Hey there, welcome to the Leadership Snapshot Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Sarah Andreas. My guests are everyday leaders, and in each episode, we discuss leadership experiences, lessons, and we look behind the scenes to inspire your leadership growth so that you can make an impact. So stick around. We have a lot of people to talk to. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I have a very special guest, Sheryl Roush, and she is the CEO of Sparkle Presentations, Inc. And we're going to have her tell us more about that. She's based in San Diego, California. She is a marketing expert by degree and a professional speaker by calling. She started her first business at the age of 16 and started 8 businesses since. Sheryl also is a 17-time published author and was awarded the Author of Influence in 2016. Wow. It's amazing. All right. She was honored for enhancing global communication and leadership. She was selected from 260,000 members in 142 countries for the Presidential Citation for Toastmasters International. Sheryl, you have such an amazing bio. Thank you for agreeing to talk to me today.
You're so welcome, Dr. Sarah, and I love what you're doing with your podcast and interviewing people and sharing their ideas, their insights, their inspiration. Thank you for inviting me to be a guest.
You're welcome. I am so excited. So 17 books, that's a huge accomplishment. Most people always say they want to write a book and they never do. And you've written 17. Can you tell us about that?
Sure. And it started because I was invited to contribute a chapter to someone else's book, which then launched, started the entire series with the first book called Sparkle-Tudes, which are inspirations for creating sparkling attitudes. Get it? So they're quotations by, for, and about women. And I realized that as a speaker at big conferences, especially for women's conferences, that I wanted to use quotations by, for women, because most of the quotations, over 35,000 quotes that I researched, were by deceased Caucasian males and dead white men. And I thought, what's wrong with this picture? Where's our diversity? Where's our voice? So I love quotations. I put together a book of thought-provoking, downright funny, or truly inspirational quotations called Sparkle-Tude. And then that launched my keynote, and I do Sparkle-Tude for leaders and dealing with difficult people. So from the Sparkle-Tudes book, while I was working on it, and anyone listening, I got to tell you, there is at least one book in you. Here's what happened. Combining the quotations for Sparkle-Tudes, and then I created a chapter for women, and I thought, well, that's at the heart of everything that I do. And at that time, then I also received the title of Miss Heart of San Diego for my contributions to my top charity, Battered Women and Children, downtown in San Diego. So then the Heart series was born, with the heart of a mother and Heart of a Woman released simultaneously and featured in Borders brick and mortar bookstores. And then one of my friends, matter of fact, from Toastmasters, asked if she could translate the Heart of a Woman into Spanish. So Corazón de Mujer, it's absolutely brilliant and very specific with cultural proverbs. And then being an 8-time entrepreneur, then I compiled the anthology for Heart of a Woman in Business, which are true stories, skills, and strategies helping women succeed today in business and in life. Being a former military spouse, then I co-authored The Heart of a Military Woman with Eldana Lewis Fernandez, who is also published in your books, Dr. Sarah. And she's retired U.S. Air Force 23 years as a retired Master Sergeant. So we compiled that book. And then there's also Heart of the Holidays, which is Yuletide through the New Year. And there's Heart of Thanksgiving and Heart of Christmas. And people need inspiration, especially leaders who are leading their organizations or leaders at meetings that need inspirational thoughts to open that with or help to share the vision or the mission of the organization. And part of my legacy is to leave the world a better place by having been here. And to me, it's what's going to outlive me, which brings us to mentorship and leadership. And mine happens to be in word and in print.
I love that. I love that. So one of the questions I ask all of my guests, at least for right now, because I'm really into this question, is what was your biggest leadership lesson that you had to learn?
Wow, my entire life and growing up in male dominated sports, businesses, arenas was not to take things personally. And at one point, I was even teaching assertive communication skills workshops and seminars and retreats for women. And it's interesting that when we teach something, we often need to learn it more than once or very deep into the lesson of that. So for me, and matter of fact, that became one of the Sparkle-Tude boosters of the 7 in the book, is don't take it personally. The second part of that is you can take it professionally. When someone gives us feedback and we hope that it's in the highest intention to serve us, to be more brilliant, to bring out that brilliance in ourselves and to be more authentic, we can take it professionally. And how does that relate to us in the workplace, in what the projects that we're doing? And we can take a closer look at it that way, but don't take it personally. Because when we take it personally, we take it to our own self-esteem and our own id, if you will, and that could really devastate our self-confidence, which is at the root core of everything and how we feel about ourselves and why we do the things that we do. Is it's self-worth, it's self-confidence, it's self-esteem. So that was the biggest lesson for me. And I can't even tell you, Dr. Sarah, if there was one specific point in my life. I've got to say this is a constant reminder for me in all areas of my life, whether it's personal relationship, professional relationship, a stranger on the street saying something that wasn't even directed to me. Sometimes it's not even about us. It's a projection of how that person is feeling about themselves. But don't take it personally. Let it go as soon as you can, and don't let it stick to you. It's kind of like somebody throws mud, don't let it stick. Don't let it stick. Yeah.
Absolutely. So another question, just because listening to you talk is just so inspirational and I get so excited. So you talk a lot about having the heart of a woman and the heart of a woman in business. What advice do you have for a young woman who's starting to get into business and she wants to be the CEO someday, or maybe even own her own business? What advice would you give to someone like that?
Great question. And I'm going to go back to the Sparkle-Tude boosters. And that is booster number 4. Believe in yourself, your talents, and your unique gifts. I believe that each of us has been given significant strengths and that we've developed the skills to support those. We need to use them. We need to believe in ourselves, be authentic. And if you get caught up in the head game of the stories, pause, close your eyes, go into your heart, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what's my truth here? What do I need to do here? What's the next most important action that I take? And believe in yourself, believe in your intuition, trust it. It's always going to be right. Believe in your skills, and you've developed different skills, things that are unique to you, and your talents. There's something so unique about you that you need to bring that into fruition. And as women, we are creators. We are procreators. We are generators of life. Our bodies, our DNA, everything about us is created for that. If you've got an idea for a business, take action on it. And from my marketing experience, I would say trademark it. Dynamic phrases that you've got, concepts that you have, certain processes that you have an attorney on call because you want to be protecting that intellectual property. So believe in yourself, your ideas, your skills, your talents, your uniqueness, and bring your brilliance out into the world and let your light shine.
I love that. Marianne Williamson, have you read any of her stuff?
Yes.
She has that one poem, or it's a quote in her book that I use a lot, and it's all about being able to let your light shine because it gives other people courage to do the same. I've actually quoted it in 2 of my books, and I quoted it in my dissertation, because that's one of the things that I feel is that calling to step out, stand in your light, because it lets other people have courage to do the same thing. So I love that.
Absolutely. I love Marianne Williamson's work.
So what are you working on right now?
Wow, thank you. With my 30 years of speaking and a lot of corporate work, like for the San Diego Zoo and the Safari Park and all, I've put together an interactive training guide that's 100 full pages on creating a positive work environment. And this is ideal for leaders at every level in an organization. It can be presented over 2 full days or a retreat, facilitating a retreat, or parts of it for keynote presentations and training. And it's how to deal with difficult people, the 7 communication channels, how to be more authentic in what we do, how do you create more engagement inside of your organization. And I'm really excited about it because the entire curriculum guide is done, it's designed, it is absolutely ready, and I'll be adding to that webinars and podcasts to support the entire training. So if people aren't available to bring me into their organization or come to one of the programs that I'm doing, that they will still have access to this, because we all need to have more hope and we need to have positivity in our lives. And we can create that in any space that we're in. And of course, it all comes back to us and being who we be and shining that light wherever that we are, and continue to create a positive environment wherever we are.
I love that. So how can everybody get a hold of you if they want to hear more?
Oh, thank you. Please reach out to me. I'd love to hear from you. Pop me an email, and in the subject line, please put that you are on Dr. Sarah's podcast. I love that. My email is Sheryl, Sheryl, at Sheryl Roush. So SHERYLROUSH.com. And for speaking, I'd love to come and be of service to your conference, your association meeting, on-site training. Go to SherylRoush.com. And for any information on the books, although many are available through Amazon, when you'd like autographed copies of them, then go through the Sparkle-Presentations.com bookstore. And I'd love to personally inscribe them. And just really enjoy. We need to be surrounded by more inspirational things. So Dr. Sarah, I'm thrilled that you're having this podcast and with a leadership focus for us today. Thank you, because we need more leaders.
I agree. I that's one of my one of the things that I firmly believe is that we need more leaders, and especially I've been very convicted of this lately, that we need more women leaders.
We do.
And because we say that, it's our calling that we need to be that example. So I'm all over it. Sheryl, thank you for talking to me today, taking time out of your busy schedule.
You're so welcome. Good luck, everyone.
If you enjoyed this podcast, make sure you subscribe so that way you can hear new podcasts that come out every week. Embrace your journey, and we'll talk to you next week.